This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 807. I am Brian Kilby. With me this week, we have Donald Ferguson.
Hello.
Is that a denim jacket?
That is a denim shirt. This is one of the most comfortable shirts I own, and I love it.
He's worn it on the show before.
Nice.
I just try not to pay attention to
That
it.
was
I'm
Chris. Also Rob.
Hello.
Diecast.
Hey, everybody.
And Matt is on assignment, meaning he is snowed in. And he has no internet, yeah.
Well, shit. Crap. Sorry.
Yeah.
Reflex.
And I may never see snow again, but Matt, well, it'll snow like 4 feet, and then it'll be like 80 degrees the next day. It's funny.
And snow being what it is, it'll still be there for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Hey, so Elf on a Shelf Warmer. Yesterday was Giving Tuesday here in the United States and across the world, whatever that means. But we're getting closer now to Christmas and the holiday season. It's, as of recording, it's the last day of November. We'll probably do this for the next week or so. Remind everybody about Elf on a Shelf Warmer. It's our opportunity to share, give joy to the world, and bring joy to the life of a child this holiday season. There are toys out there that are sitting on the shelf that are just shelf warming. I was in Walmart yesterday and Target today. I know their Galvatron's still there. There are the Bumblebee Studio Series cups still there. You know, an 8-year-old doesn't know who Galvatron is or who Cup is, but they don't care. They would love that toy. Pick up a toy, drop it in a donation box. It'll make a kid happy. You know, the example that I was using on Twitter yesterday, I was actually carrying around this little doll that my 3-year-old left in the car. She loves this thing. She loves it. She pours her heart into this doll. It's like her favorite thing. It costs $3 at Target. It wasn't an expensive, like, reborn American Girl doll baby thing. It wasn't like a Barbie Dream House. It was like a $3 doll at Target, and it is her favorite thing. Now, my child isn't a kid who has nothing, but there are kids out there who have next to nothing. My kids are adopted, and last week the oldest shared some stories of when she was before she was adopted, and there are kids who have nothing, and the toy that you drop in a donation box might be the only thing they get. And believe me, a $3 doll from Target will make some kid very, very happy. So do yourself a favor, do a kid a favor, and pick up a toy and drop it in a donation box. You know, we talk a lot about action figures and Transformers, but, a Fisher-Price toy for a 3-year-old is something we shouldn't forget. A doll, for a small child is something we shouldn't forget, because those kids out there need things too. So please, do yourself, load up on some karma and, do something nice for a kid in need. Just drop it in the box. Snap a photo, post it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, hashtag Elf on a Shelf Warmer. We'll like it, share it, etc. And it'd be great. Something we very much believe in, and it's very important. If you don't have a way to donate or drop off, you can go to tfradio.net/elf. It'll take you to an Amazon wish list where if you make a purchase there, it'll come to me, and I can donate it. It'll go to someone local to me. I would much rather you donate to someone local to you, because I live in an area near Charlotte, North Carolina, which is a banking, area, generally a fairly well-to-do part of the state and part of the country. So, there's need here, and the toys will go to people in need, but I think compared to other parts of the country, it's better represented. So I'd rather you donate locally. But if you don't have a way of doing that, tfradio.net/elf, it will go to a child in need. And we draw no referral fees or anything from that. But anything you can do is most appreciated. And don't just think about this during Christmas. All year long, there's always need for things like this. Domestic abuse shelters, children's homes are always looking for toys. In situations like that, they might not even need to be a brand new toy. Typically, for donation box, they do need to be new. But a domestic abuse shelter, children's home, etc., might take gently used toys as well. So lots of ways to give, lots of ways to give back, and we would appreciate anything that you can do. Cool. Hey, guess what? Deathsaurus funded.
Yes.
Yeah.
By like lunchtime on Monday, I think.
And I've been checking quasi-religiously, and the time that I forgot to do it,
It funded.
Funded. Yeah. And we're actually pretty close to the first goal, too. Like right at 1,200 away.
Mm-hmm.
Some new photos have been posted. So I guess a painted prototype.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
This would be like
It
a
is.
3D print model. I think a high detail 3D print.
I wonder if Hasbro would share that STL file with me. You think they would?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really want that throne, so I hope we get everything. But I can live without the throne, so
Because you can live without it.
either way.
So, hey. Crazy crap has happened before. How messed up would it be if that STL file leaked?
Would be interesting, but imagine how much it would cost to actually, like in raw materials, how much it would cost to actually print that.
It costs probably less than $200.
I wonder, because like if you used a resin printer, that resin's really
Oh,
expensive
resin would
right
be,
now.
yeah. Like it would not be nice either. It would be crap. But there would be people out there who would choose to print it rather than buy it.
Ooh. Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Hey, I haven't really looked at the throne that he's supposed to come with. That's not the Coronation Starscream throne, is it? It's
No,
No,
this
it's
is
new.
completely new and different.
Okay.
It's bigger because,
He's a bigger
obviously
toy.
this is a much bigger
Yeah.
figure.
Well, I saw someone on Twitter was asking that, and I realized I haven't gave the throne 2 looks since it started, so I wasn't even sure.
So are thrones like the new hotness for Transformers accessories?
Well, I mean, he had one in the show.
Yeah.
I
And,
think
if they're looking for something to expand the potential value of the campaign, like it's an easy thing to go for, especially since they love their display stands, which are really the go-to for, these kind of projects.
it's as long as it's like character specific. It's like you wouldn't give Starscream's coronation gear to all the Seekers because it doesn't
they
make
do.
sense.
Takara does.
Well, yeah, but that's Takara stretching a buck. And in general, you wouldn't do that unless you were Takara. But I mean, but if it fits the character like Galvatron, he would sit on a throne, and Deathsaurus would sit on a throne, and
Megatron would sit on a
well,
throne.
but if they do a throne for Megatron, either needs to be Abraham Lincoln's chair,
Yeah.
Yes.
or it needs to look like the Autobots he piled up into a throne and was sitting on.
No,
That-
that wasn't Megatron. That was Blitzwing or Astro Train. That was
Oh,
a
that's right.
Triple Takeover.
Triple takeover. Yeah.
I think we have all the toys we need to actually just homebrew that now, though.
Yeah.
Skids was part of that. That was one of his few cartoon appearances, as I recall.
Oh yeah.
I bet you could take a bunch of reaction figures and sort of melt them together
Yeah.
and do that pretty
Well,
easily.
yeah, okay, so get a Reaction Megatron, Reaction Ratchet. You get your Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Comics
Cut it
thing.
in half and
Yeah.
so not that it would necessarily be useful here, but like I didn't even know that what are they called? The beads that you can heat up and shape into things.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. You make like coffee mats for them or cup.
Yeah, you could make like anything out of those. So like
Yeah.
you could like help like the little jaggies.
Coasters.
Yeah. There's like it would be
Coffee
neat.
mats.
Coffee mats. Never mind.
It's what goes under a coffee bowl, obviously.
Yes.
And parlor beads are the words I think you're looking
Yeah.
for here.
Yeah, but no, like using things like that to like shape up like the Jaggies and stuff between the the Megatron and the Ratchet, that would be cool. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was wondering where you were going with that ultimately.
Sorry. Like the idea of like taking the two and melding them into one toy, I think sounds like a wonderful idea.
The I'm definitely hoping we get at least tier. I mean, I'll be honest, the throne is nice, but it's not something that I'll
It
feel
doesn't
bad
speak
if
to me.
Yeah, I mean, I can get why I would like for it to fully fund because it would be a nice part of the display piece. But if we have to sacrifice the throne to get at least the cannon, I guess I kind of want the cannon, but
Well, that's good because the cannon's the first tier. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I- yeah,
1,200
no.
away from that. We'll probably get that in the next week or so that it has.
Yeah,
it's
cut
just-
off.
I mean, it's not super important, but it does look good for the character. It's just the main thing is he got funded, and we all kind of knew that was going to happen. But the stretch goals are like gravy at this point.
Now Hasbro did do a stream yesterday on the 29th, just about Deathsaurus. Did
Mhm.
anyone see that?
I was in a
I was not
meeting
able to
at
watch
work.
that. No.
okay. I didn't watch it either. So I was just wondering if there was anything special that they kind
The
of.
main thing for that though was to debut the colored model, which we have the pictures of.
Okay.
I imagine they talked a little bit about how the development has gone, but I think the stream only ran about 15 minutes, so it wasn't going to be anything like really deep or comprehensive. There's not a lot to be comprehensive about at this point because we're still in the 3D printed model stage, basically.
Yeah, and I think the colors look great. I hope that this all
It
makes
matches.
it to production without stickers. So
I hope all the like chrome is just a sticker when we get it. So,
Well, I mean, the way they've done some of the foil stickers lately, you could probably make one that just kind of basically shiny shrink wrap to put around the gold parts. It would be horrible, but I'm just kind of picturing like a way it would work. I think it's like kind of like a gold shrink tubing is
yeah,
what I'm thinking
like
of.
I get where you're going.
Like the worst possible way to do it. I'm pretty sure they're not going to do that, but just it's the image I got in my head.
Like if they did that, I would just hope they would give us instead like a pen, a paint pen instead.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, there's a question I wanted to ask, but I wasn't sure how we were looking at on stuff to cover or not.
Okay.
But I wanted to, I mean, if we have a lot to cover, we can just table this for another time.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about what this figure costs and what you're getting versus what Star Saber costs and what you're getting there, because there's not a huge amount of difference in the cost.
They're the
The
same,
same
cost,
price,
actually.
yeah.
Okay,
So I mean, okay, so what Don said is technically correct. There's not a huge difference in there, in that there is zero difference in there. But yes, please go ahead, Don.
I thought Star Saber was 189. That's what I was thinking. But so the what you're spending on this set versus do y'all have I don't have a problem with this, but I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they don't think this is a very good value because you're not getting as much of the Star Saber set. And I'm thinking you've got two more than micro cassette breast animals. You've got a lot more mass in this figure than probably at least the Victory Leo. I'm just wondering, what do y'all think? Because
So one of the screenshots I saw from the stream had a side by side with Victory Saber, and Deathsaurus by itself is as tall as Victory Saber combined.
right,
Mhm.
I mean, it's a bigger figure than either of the other two. I get, in one sense, why people would feel the way, because the Victory Saber set is two distinct toys that can work, independently of each other if you want them to. Deathsaurus is a
But I'm
single
not.
toy with some accessory figures. No, I'm like I said, I can see how some people would look at it that way. But this is gonna be every bit as massive as Victory Saber, all put together.
that's what I was thinking. So
Yeah.
I wasn't seeing why people were having this problem. So that's why I wanted to ask y'all to see what y'all thought.
I'm not gonna lie, I find Star Saber's gimmicks and design a little bit more appealing than Deathsaurus's. I haven't pre-ordered Deathsaurus yet because at this point it's basically a foregone pre-order. I'm still kind of weighing it over and also figuring out what kind of Christmas shopping I need to do first, because great timing here.
Yeah.
But I, overall, I've always like, Deathsaurus. Well, Deathsaurus didn't get a lot of like toys in between G1 and now, and homages and things like that, where Star Saber did. So even it was a little bit easier to have exposure to Star Saber. And also, it's just like that's it's I just like all the various things that toy can do. Whereas Deathsaurus, he has like 2 little robots turning different pieces of armor for him, so that's a little bit less compelling to me.
I prefer Deathsaurus as a character and a look and everything. So for me, you either have Deathsaurus, or I have Stars. So Deathsaurus is you have Deathsaurus.
Mm-hmm.
And the alternative is I have Victory Saber, or I have Star Saber and Victory Leo in a box. So
That's fair.
So like I don't care about Victory Leo. I've never cared about Victory Leo. I don't think Victory Leo looks great. I've never cared about the character design of the character. Victory Leo is a non-entity to me. It's just going to take up shelf space if he's not Victory Saber. So yeah, it's 2 toys technically in one, but it's always going to be Victory Saber, or it's just going to be Star Saber.
Yeah, and I get that. But again, I just see how people can see one as being a better value than the other because there is 2, even though one of them is shoes. Bromel says in the Discord, tfradio.net/Discord, they mentioned in the stream yesterday they were able to put more engineering into Deathsaurus because it's not spread across 2 figures like Victory Saber was.
That's a good point.
Deathsaurus would be more complicated and involved because it's all going to the same place.
Yeah, no, I think the price point is fine. I don't think this is an engine.
It seems like a non-issue.
Yeah,
right. But like I said, I just wanted to get y'all's opinion because it kind of made sense, but it didn't make sense at the same time.
No, go with your instinct, Don.
Yeah.
You're right. It doesn't really make sense. You're always going to have some people that complain, but there's an issue when everyone's complaining.
We have plenty enough to complain about. That's not something I would even worry about.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, let's see here. Moving along. Next crossover, Transformers Cross Doraemon. Is that like a Digimon or something? What is that?
Rob, you want to take this?
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Even this is largely outside of my field of knowledge, but Doraemon is one of those, basically a Japanese kids comic that has run for like 50 years.
It's a cultural institution.
Yes.
It's like Hello Kitty's best friend or something?
They're not.
I can see why you would think that, but Hello Kitty is Sanrio and Doraemon predates that basically.
Yeah, as I recall, Doraemon's a robot cat from the future.
Is this Astro Boy's best friend?
I mean, that's another way to look at it, I guess.
Sure.
What does this transform into?
A time machine.
Oh, that's cool.
Really? Okay.
So Heinrad?
I don't get it.
Heinrad literally is a time machine.
Yeah.
But just I don't know a lot about it myself, but it's one of those things that has been like a big kids property in Japan for 50 years and has been just running new shows, new specials and movies forever and ever and ever. I think in terms of just not thematically or anything, but in terms of cultural impact, it's the equivalent of making a crossover Snoopy here, I would say.
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah,
that's fair. So this is, of course, Takara Tomy. It's not a Hasbro. It's not a Transformers collaborative toy. Haven't had enough caffeine today. Collaborative toy in America or from Hasbro. It's on Amazon Japan right now. 13,000 yen. Right at. Wait, that's a book. What is this? There's a link here that says reserve it on Amazon. I don't know why it links you to a book. Okay.
Maybe it's
the toy comes with a book or the.
Oh.
Okay, so.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's why it's an expensive book for 13,000 yen. So so it looks like the toy comes with the book. So that's not bad. So Amazon Japan has it for 13,000 yen. It'll be released June 28th, 2023. I'm not getting it.
Well, I mean, Today you're not getting it.
It falls outside. So, since I bought crap like this in the past, I have defined a scope of my collection, and this falls outside of that scope, and I'm not buying it.
Good
That's
for
fair.
you.
Today you're not buying it.
Today, I'm not buying it. That's the show title.
Hooray!
Yeah. Today, I'm not buying it.
Today is a good day to buy.
I was going to say today is a good day to not buy.
Something I guess I'm going to buy, but I'm questioning myself. Masterpiece Trailbreaker.
Don't. Well, I mean, for you don't have the Fans Toys one, which is the better Trailbreaker. So, go ahead, buy this.
I was hoping that this would be like an MP Ironhide situation where the pictures looked awful, but the toy's going to be great in hand. But it's looking like that's probably not the case.
No, I think this is it looked okay in photos and it looks terrible in hand because these are in hand photos. So
Yeah. Well, Brian, I know you're not big on third party anymore, and I understand that.
I'm not
but,
into third party at all.
right. But I'm just
So
saying.
you're not pitching me on it because I'm not going to buy it.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying the Fans Toys Trailbreaker has dropped somewhat since it came out. If you wanted to look at that,
I don't.
Just for comparison.
Congratulations, anybody who wants it.
I was really hoping Matt would be here to talk about this because I know this would, engender feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, and Don, just like no offense, like I don't collect art. Like I look, third party's valid for people that want it. I don't collect it. I don't collect Transformers
I understand. No, it's just Trailbreaker is one of my
fully outside of the scope of what I collect.
Trailbreaker is one of my favorite characters. He's sort of like Trax and Cosmos. They're like characters that I can relate to that I've always liked. Even though of the three, he got the least amount of screen
Because he helped
time.
you through those awkward teenagers in the force fields.
No, but I know his force field face. It's just it's a better the Fans Toys is a better looking Trailbreaker, and it's closer to me anyway of what the character
Good.
represents. It's just this Trailbreaker is not good, and I had a discussion on Twitter about this.
It's not.
It looks like there's too much hoist in this Trailbreaker.
See, I was going to bring that up too. I wonder if Trailbreaker looks like this because they had to compromise it because they need to get a hoist out of it. And they need both of them to look kind of right, but
Exactly, but that's
exactly right.
But this is what I was having the discussion with the gentleman on Twitter. Takara has been they've been chasing that sunbow accuracy for quite a while now, but this doesn't even hit that.
No, it doesn't.
So are you right, Chris? Are they compromising not chasing the sunbow chart on this character because they know they got a repaint coming? But that means the hoist may wind up look better.
No, I think the hoist is also going to look bad because it's going to look bad from the opposite direction because it's going to look too much like a Trailbreaker.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
The cap on this is just I'm glad Skids had a non-presence in the cartoon because we actually got a good message.
Skids is so great
because of that.
And see, this is the sad thing. I have been waiting for a Trailbreaker from Masterpiece for a very long time.
Yeah, I remember.
And now we've got it, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we got a Masterpiece Skids because my my other Skids took a desk dive.
What, Savant?
Yeah, one of the wings fell. One of the doors fell, broke off. So
that sucks.
Ooh, well, at the pin or the plastic hinge?
At the plastic, but there's a screw right there.
Oh, and you just missed all the sales over the weekend with MP Skids. Well, you've already got one, right?
Yeah, I got MP Skids, so I'm good. But yeah, I want to say two things, Brian. I'm sorry because I really wish third party is one of the things that's keeping me in Transformers right now. Just because of some of the, price
collect what you
hikes
collect,
less quality, and these third parties like the Fans Toys have been bringing me a lot of happiness.
That's great,
especially with Jazz coming out soon. I'm jazzed for Jazz. Little Don there. And I think Matt may have seen these photos and went out and cut his own internet line because of these photos. Because it's just, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope these early photos we're seeing, maybe they make it look worse than it is. But
Yeah, kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
The last 2-3 years of Super Sunbow masterpieces, I think, has taught us what to expect out of this, and it's
Yeah,
not good.
I think I'm more or less, not saying I'm completely done with Masterpiece, but I don't necessarily like Masterpiece, so maybe I am just done with Masterpiece. I'll finish off because of the sunk cost fallacy.
Mhm.
The rest of the train bots, and
My condolences.
yeah, maybe I'm done after that.
I forgot those were still a thing, actually.
Yeah.
Well, is there anybody really left in I know there's a lot of season 3 and season 4 characters.
Well,
that
there's
probably
Jazz, Mirage.
I want
most
a
of the
real
Dinobots.
Masterpiece Mirage so bad.
Skyfire. He's coming. but
coming.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting that in.
God, it's probably gonna suck.
I'm definitely.
Masterpiece Insecticons. There's a lot of Masterpiece like Decepticons that would still
Yeah.
need to be done.
Yeah, and the Insecticons would be a really good way, a smaller figure, like, because they'd be about Bumblebee size, or maybe just a little bit bigger or beefier than Bumblebee,
And,
maybe.
and so they would still cost $150 each somehow.
I don't.
Well,
You know,
yeah, but I mean, I'm saying if they had a low price point, like 75, $80, maybe no more than 100.
I mean, I guess if they could manage that with skids, like they could do that if they wanted to design them
I would
around that concept.
I would
but
say the Masterpiece. I would say the Insecticons are one of the few G1 toys where you don't really need a masterpiece. You don't need a masterpiece of any of them, but you don't need a masterpiece because the G1 toys are honestly good enough.
Yeah, but I'm
I mean, I
just
could
saying.
see it, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also just saying if they want a get your foot in the door line and something that they know
That's
that
not
people,
Masterpiece.
Well,
No.
yeah, but
No.
I'm just saying if they want a solid hit with their customer base, having an affordable set of Insecticons could really recoup some goodwill they've lost with stuff like Trailbreaker.
I don't think they care.
I'm gonna make a prediction. Brian will get this if he ordered it off of Amazon Japan.
Oh,
because
shit,
he's
it's too
forgotten
late to
about it.
cancel it.
Oh crap!
It is too late to cancel it.
God bless. I think you're right.
Because don't they only let you
Yeah,
cancel
you get
it
about
for,
you get about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Oh god.
So Brian is getting this
This came
Trailbreaker.
out. Son of a gun. Yeah. God bless. Let's see what the official photos look like. The official photos look better. They don't look great.
The official photos look better. Yeah.
They don't look great.
I mean, that is what they're for, kind of.
Yeah.
Except if you're Masterpiece Ironhide.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Masterpiece Ironhide.
Or Masterpiece Hot Rod for that matter. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Masterpiece Ironhide had an upgrade kit that fixed that thing. Like,
Yeah, but
Amazing.
even so, everybody who got it in hand still thought it was like tremendously better than what the stock
Yeah.
photos were making it look like.
I just showed
Absolutely.
my zip code off on the stream, but I don't care. I think everybody knows where I live anyway.
Close enough, at least.
It's like I have it on Twitter. Like I have where I live on Twitter, so anybody can find it.
Yeah, I mean, of all the things you could have shown accidentally on the stream, I think that's one of your
Yeah.
least worries.
Yeah. Let's see here. Rise of the Beast, product listings, Spark Racers, and new transformation assortments. Ooh, Transformers to transform.
New transformations.
So JT Prime posted some stuff. What is this?
It's pretty much what it says. We don't seem to know like what the new transformation subset is going to be. Probably some kind of gimmick figure, I would assume,
I love
because they're not marked as being like deluxes or anything like that.
because they're the spark changers. So there's some kind of. Do you think
the
that
Spark
would be like
Racers-
a one step almost?
The Spark Racers, I'm thinking, are going to be like the Energon Igniters from the Bumblebee line.
Hmm.
It sounds like that sounds to me just naturally like a evolution of that gimmick or a port forward of that gimmick.
Yeah.
The new transformation is the thing that's more interesting. It could be some kind of a one-step changer thing. It could be like some kind of internal product coding for like if the characters in the movie are getting some kind of like subtle upgrades during it. It might be something like that too, like alternate alt forms.
it's so weird to see Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime in the same line.
Yeah, it's almost like it's Kingdom again.
Yeah, I mean
Hmm.
Kingdom, but yeah, it's weird. It's
So
I'm
if
excited
Optimus,
about the Optimus Primal mask that turns into a figure. I think that's going to be really cool.
so Optimus Primal was in Kingdom, and being in Rise of the Beast, it's conceivable that he's going to become a character that shows up more frequently in Generations. It's possible.
Maybe.
That would be great. So I really want Optimus Primal and Lao Prime to show up together at the same time so they can shake hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like in
Yeah.
the Beast Wars second movie.
I think we got the reference. Thank you.
Yes. I
But
want
with
that.
Optimus Primal, we've got him in Masterpiece. We've got him in Generations. I mean, what
Yeah,
else
you
are
can-
you
yeah, you
going
can do
to
it with-
do?
you
What
know
else are you going to do with
the
Optimus
thing is-
Prime? But they release him every year.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
At least a truck, you can modify it a little bit.
You can
Like,
modify a monkey. He's not a monkey. He's a gorilla.
he's a primal.
It's too bad for Beast Wars second they didn't do a cyborg beast retool of the Optimus Primal toy.
That would have been a different price point.
It would have, but it would be something that they could, go back to
It would have
today.
been
and
awesome
reference.
too.
Yeah,
That would have been
that's more what I was
awesome.
thinking.
God, I wish they would have.
And
We
then,
would still be talking about how great that was.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they'd beat that would be like, forget Lao Convoy. Like that would be like Galvatron's nemesis in Beast Wars Second would be that toy.
Ah,
Okay, Rise of the Beast viral marketing posters spotted in the UK. Okay.
it's mostly a lead into the next thing, but I also just like the idea that somewhere out there in Britain, plastered up on the side of a park or something is the classic Maximal logo,
Yeah.
which is like the most exposure it's had in ever.
it looks like a QR code.
It
Like,
is.
It is a QR code.
They're composed of QR codes. From what I could see of the close-up on the Autobot logo one, there is exactly one block in there where the complete QR code is readable.
I wonder if my phone would scan it.
Apparently, it points to the UK Paramount YouTube channel, if I remember right.
So, December 1st, big screen leaks indicates the first trailer may hit.
Yeah, apparently, Big Screen Leaks is reliable.
Oh, good. Okay.
And if they got the viral marketing stuff up,
Makes sense.
even over there, it can't be far off that if it's not tomorrow.
This will be the first time we hear Ron Perlman potentially as Primal.
Ah.
Yeah, it takes me to Paramount
Kingdom.
Pictures UK.
We'll see.
Although good photo then if your phone could read it off the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
no Transformers on here yet, but I'm assuming, like you said, it'll probably be on here December 1st.
Let's see here. CosCups, Transformers cosplaying cups from the people who brought you Rubber Duck Optimus and Megatron.
Yeah, remember talking about those
The
some
ducks.
months back?
So these are just cups.
These are cups that Don can use with his bowl of coffee.
I
What's-
can use a cup with a bowl.
Yeah, what's so special about these cups? They're just cups.
They're just
They're they've got Transformers printed on them. It's a shame that CosCups couldn't get the Mighty Mugs branding because that would actually fit. Fine.
Ha! Yeah, you're right. Hasbro probably just didn't want that, to exist. So the funny thing is, Kim has had a Cricut for like 3 years, and we've never used it. I don't think I could make something as fancy as this with a Cricut, but I think I could take a regular cup and make it kind of look like this for like $0.25.
Hmm.
I'm going to try it.
Okay, and then can you sell it for like $15.99?
I could put it on Etsy and probably sell it for $30.99 or something.
Ooh,
Yeah,
business model.
yeah, yeah. hey, I hope people who want these get these. I know 20 years ago I'd have been like amazed that these exist.
I mean, even like 12 years ago, like this seems up there with Weebles.
I don't know.
I think Weebles are still like a step above that, at least from my perspective.
Yeah, when was it that we started really getting the licensing? Like, it was
Hardcore licensing's been within the last like 5 to 7 years, I want to say.
we got what back in around 05, 06, we got what, a puzzle or something, like a jigsaw puzzle.
Or a board game.
I think back to the little like Armada Optimus Prime flashlight and the Energon Prime that turned into a pen.
If my arm were about 4 feet longer, I could grab that flashlight right now.
And JD had the Optimus or the Energon Optimus pen, I remember.
Yeah, but I'm saying G1, like the G1 licensing. So because like the keychain Transformers, I mean stuff like that. We've had stuff like this for 20-ish years, but it's like it has really blown up. There's as much G1 paraphernalia now as there has been since the late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm not buying these. Reaction Wave 6 shipping soon, so we'll finally get our Unicron.
More stuff shipping soon.
I didn't get a chance to pre-order that.
So I got a notification yesterday. Speaking of shipping soon.
Yeah.
My Ultimetal Galvatron.
Oh dear.
Is shipping soon.
So I got a notification this afternoon that my Doctor Wu Slam Dance set is finally going to be processing soon. So that I might have that. I might have that around the start of the year. At the rate some of this stuff moves.
I have that set, I think.
Yeah. I ordered it through Big Bad, and other outlets were a little bit. Their supply lines ran a little bit faster for them. I'll say it that way.
Okay.
But yeah, so shipping soon. Did anybody get anything besides Unicron? Diecast, you probably got them all, didn't you?
No, I actually just got Unicron.
Okay, good man.
Yeah, I was going to get
for the cards, right?
Yeah, well, I was going to get Quintesson, and I thought, if I want to get anything out of that wave, I just want the Unicron for the absurdity of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and just dropped the Quintesson. I may pick it up later at some point.
Now the question: so, for those of us getting it, are we opening Unicron?
No.
I want 2. I only ordered 1, but I want 2. I want to keep 1 carded and open 1.
If I buy it, I will open it.
So what I love about this, and kind of feel bad about loving, is the art. He's like, they're totally fat shaming Unicron.
Yeah.
But it's lovely.
I wonder if we can like springboard off of this and get a reaction figure of the Beast Wars Neo prototype Unicron.
Oh yeah. Probably not. This Unicron can't touch his toes. That Unicron couldn't touch his toes either, though.
No, that Unicron couldn't do much of anything because it was made completely out of resin, and if they actually let it support its own weight, it would crumble.
Yeah.
When that thing showed up again a few years later for like a magazine photography spread, like noticeably many pieces of it
broken
were
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of amazing that it survived to be photographed again ever.
Let's see here. Segway. Let me read how Chris wrote this. Segway adds Bumblebee and Bumblebee go-kart and C8 kick scooter to its licensed lineup.
Yeah, so there was the Megatron one, which a couple weeks ago went live apparently, and now they have a Bumblebee range.
I mean, they're missing a perfect opportunity to make the go-kart hot rod. That way everyone can finally have their hot rod power wheel kind of thing that we never know if it even existed or not.
I mean, shouldn't they make the go-kart beachcomber because it's closer in, vehicle mode concept?
Don, was that a thing?
I've I've heard of people for years trying to verify whether that hot rod Power Wheel was ever actually created or not.
Was there a photo of it or something, or a picture or a mock-up? I've never even heard of that.
There was a picture and a mock-up, but we don't know. I mean, someone like Proto Man or Plasticon may know more than me, but everyone's been trying. It's sort of like Wonder Bread He-Man and Cookie Crisp Jazz. You know, it's one of them things like they went so far to promote it. We know it has to exist, but I don't. This is the one of all those mail-in promos, side pieces. I don't think anyone's ever had an actual definitive answer if it even existed, other than beyond a mock-up or prototype stage.
You said it was a Power Wheel, or like a
Yeah, if I remember, it was a hot rod Power Wheel. Again, I'm doing this from memory. I'm old and I don't remember things well. But it was a Power Wheel because it had like the flip up face. I mean, I know it existed. I just don't know anything other than it was supposed to exist.
I've never heard of this before that I can recall.
Like, are you sure you're not like just like conflating like the Coleco big wheel or something?
Okay, maybe that's it. I'm sorry. I thought it was a big wheel. I thought it was an actual motorized cart, not a big wheel.
No,
I have vague memories of something like that being promoted when I was young, but I don't trust my memory enough to really corroborate you here, I'm afraid.
yeah. So like, there's it wasn't a big. It's a big wheel. It's called the Power Cycle. But Coleco, like I've been wanting to get one. Like getting one in the box is super expensive, like ridiculously expensive. Like getting one in general is like expensive. But this is something I've wanted to get for years. But that's the closest thing to that I'm aware of, Don. I'm not saying it's
maybe
that thing actually exists. I've seen it before. But yeah. In fact, I think we were talking about it recently on the show. There's like somebody did a 3D printed version of it.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
I think Hot Rod would have been around the wrong point in time to have had like even a Power Wheels concept, because I think Power Wheels was a couple years later.
I don't know.
I think Power Wheels started being a thing around like 87, 88. And if they really wanted to like, strike while the iron was hot with that, it would have had to be like an 86 product.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember Power Wheels first like coming into my, consciousness around 85, 86.
There's a big wheel, Bigfoot, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, like a Bigfoot Power Wheel. That's like right around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris, for putting this in the show notes. New Zealand Mint adds a Megatron silver coin to their line of coins Brian will not buy.
I know how this works by now.
Is that Pat Lee art? What is that?
I don't want to open the tab because it's just
not Pat Lee art, but it's $100. I'm not buying it.
As I was looking at these again, I was kind of disappointed. I don't remember if I expressed this when it came up before. The Bumblebee one, the like box that it comes in, they got the picture of it, and it's using the toy art. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of disappointed that's not what's on the coin.
Yeah.
Like I still wouldn't pay $100 for a silver coin that has Bumblebee toy art engraved or embossed or whatever onto it, but it'd be more interesting to me.
It absolutely would, yeah. Okay, what do we got going on here?
I think that's all the news.
Yep. Okay. I guess let's jump to what we got this week. Does anybody have anything?
I'll go first. I got two quick mentions.
Okay.
So Diecast from my Amazon wish list sent me a Pudgy Pig. Thank you, Diecast.
You're welcome.
So
Everyone should have a Pudgy Pig.
Yeah, that's one of the Lightning Collection Power Rangers figures, and boy, that is a big, dense chunk of plastic. Let me tell you, it came in a very large box. I couldn't figure out what that possibly could have been. It was very heavy, and I was very surprised opening it to see that it was, that's a Lightning Collection figure. I didn't think they made them that big. Like, King Sphinx is a pretty dense piece of plastic too, but it's got nothing on Pudgy Pig. It's kind of amazing that they sold that at the same price point. And then from our Discord, Rusted Cross sent me Weaponizer Slammer or module.
Nice.
Weaponizer. It was the Weaponizer technically, although modulators were the Kingdom thing. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So I like the original. I got one way back when it came out. I liked that. Kind of wanted some more because like I kind of multipled up on the weaponizer stuff because a lot of that just feels like it kind of can do that with the weaponizing gimmick. Like, it's nice to have the extra parts around, and hopefully this one, when I open it, will have a little bit better joint tolerances than the one from way back. So thank you very much for that, Rusty. And I think that concludes what I got this week. Like I said, just 2 quick mentions.
Who wants to go next?
I guess I'll
Don.
go.
Okay.
Don.
Don, yeah, go ahead. Don, yeah.
Rob, go ahead.
Don, I already said you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Got a lot, just an eclectic mix here. I don't have it with me. I was able to pick up a sweep at Target for like $12 because that's what it scanned. Even though the register said it was 22, but the scanner on the wall said it was like 12 and change. So they gave it to me for that.
I thought the registers usually match the scanners.
They should, but I guess there's, okay, so like the scanners at Target now seem to draw from like online pricing.
Oh.
So that may not always align with the database the registers are drawing from.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I've
right,
had that
that's
happen.
new.
I've had that happen before, but it's only in the last 6 to 8 months. Target ran a sale. A little bit off topic. I picked up a Doctor Strange statue that I've been keeping my eyes on. It was $49 on clearance for $24, and because it was part of their buy one get one half off, I have a Marvel Legends figure coming that was half off.
I bet Christy is looking forward to dumping that one.
Probably.
I'm sorry, Don. That's what I think. That's what I think when I buy clearance stuff.
It's a really. I mean, Doctor Strange is one of the characters that I don't never read the comic. I just think he has a great look.
Don, you're right, and it's not the MCU version, so I approve.
Yeah.
But whenever I buy something on clearance like that, Don, I think, what's Kim going to say when she has to throw this in a dumpster after I'm dead? So,
well, like I said, it being $25 off the regular retail, that's not worth to me $49.99. But with it triggering, because I was able to get the Moon Knight figure that from the recent show that I haven't watched. It's one of those characters I think has a cool costume, so I got that for like $10 because it was half off. Waiting for it to ship. Also got my Marvel superheroes Iron Man.
Nice.
With the proton cannon.
Oh, nice, Don.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's from it's the Marvel arcade game.
Marvel vs. Capcom?
No, Marvel superheroes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it even comes with the Iron Man kind of animated series. Tony Stark.
That's awesome. I love that.
The Deco retooling and alternate parts are animated series, and then they pulled from a game to throw that in.
And thanks to some Donanomics, I stopped by GameStop about 2 weeks ago, and they had the Zord Ascension Project Megazord.
Mm-hmm.
It was on sale, part of their clearance, down for 136, I think, down from 170. And I sold the Baroness that came with my Megatron crossover figure for $30.
Really?
So I basically have $100 in the Zap Zord. So I thought that'd be a nice little Megazord to have for like $70 off of retail. I've got from the Pulse, I got Skullgrin. I've got Dead End, so only one more to complete Minosaur.
Good you didn't open it, so you're not frustrated yet.
Well, I've heard, but again, he's going to be stuck on there as an arm. Let's be honest. He's going to be an arm most of the time. I was kind of tempted to get a second of each one to have an actual set of Stunticons, but it's like they're not really that important, and I can take them apart pretty easily.
And you know what? He looks terrible from the waist down anyway. Like
he does, but I like the trick his arms do. So I can get by with that. Inferno. Picked up Inferno from Pulse.
Oh, I didn't even know that was on.
Yep.
Mine didn't get here yet, so.
Yep. Megatron, Transmetal 2 Megatron came in the same box.
Wait, Hasbro Pulse shipped you 2 things in one box?
I know, it's amazing. I know. Today I got from that holiday 25 sale. I got part of my order. I went ahead and got red Prime.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I went. It was 25% off.
Oh, no, you were on a Galvatron. Never mind.
No. Well, actually, someone has found me them. They're just waiting to get shipping. Him
Don,
and Shockwave.
when you open that, tell me if the tolerances are good and that sort of thing, because I would actually pick it up if it has good tolerances, but if it's like knockout, I'm not. I'm
okay.
I'm making the
with
executive
red.
decision right now. Red is something I'm no longer collecting.
Well,
Good.
yeah.
Did you get the Galvatron yet?
Yes,
Okay, then you can stop.
I can stop.
Yeah. And the last thing I got was this was an impulse purchase because it was I had points at TF Source that I would probably never use again from previous purchases over the past 3 years. And I went ahead and got the Make Toys, the Sky Clone.
Oh,
which
nice.
Is one of the Rainmakers.
Yep.
So I mean, I paid a little bit less than retail, but I'm going to put him, my Takara Acid or the Hasbro Acid Storm, and the Sunstorm together, and that'll be my Masterpiece Rainmakers. So
Wait, is that a Rainmaker? Because on the video it looked purple. I thought that was the generic purple Seeker.
I thought he was one of the Rainmakers. Of all the ones they did for the convention exclusives, I like this color scheme the best.
Mhm.
The blue one that I think had the flamethrower in the cartoon, I really didn't like that blue. I like the white hands with the blue, but not that color blue. I just like these colors the best. So I've got my Rainmakers. Other than that, that's all I've got.
Cool. Who else? Rob.
Rob had to unmute. I'm here. Okay, so yeah, Diecast sent me Legacy Point Blank, and Point Blank, who is attached to Point Blank is Target Master. The main character is
Point Blank is the car and
Peacemaker.
is Target
Peacemaker.
Master.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, and thank you for that. It's a really nice figure. It looks much better in person than it did in the photos. It kind of just looked like a tiny non-torso suspended between the largest arms and legs in the photos. It definitely comes off as a more coherent robot in person. I kind of like what Hey Mickey did by painting the windshield white, and I am kind of tempted to give it a shot myself, but I just don't know.
Mhm.
I don't think the paint would be durable enough for my tastes. I'll probably just let it go. Yeah, because I don't have a lot of display space, just storage space, and that's not conducive to hand painted things. But yeah, it's a decent figure. Transformation is pretty good. It does have that issue of feeling compressed in vehicle mode, like almost every car does anymore, and it drives me crazy because I just know that someday 20 years from now, when this thing is like $75 to replace, it's just going to simultaneously collapse. But deluxes will probably be 65 by then, so what the hell. Yeah, Peacemaker I wound up just liking for being just a
Great
just
show.
a G1 target master. It's a it has 3 moving parts. It has a torso, a barrel, and legs. That's all it is. That's all it does. The arms don't move. And just something about that, because I missed all the original Target Masters, just as that it just was really nice. I enjoyed that. So yeah, I like that toy. I wish it had stronger hips. That's the only thing I really have against it, because it does kind of want to tip over sometimes. Kind of have to do a little bit of just kind of arched back posing to keep it balanced. But
Hey Rob, I watched a review on him a while back. Those little door flange panels on the side are really prone to popping off and going flying.
yes, they are. I've had that happen a couple of times now. That is, yeah, those little ball jointed pieces that kind of like they literally tie the whole vehicle mode together, like the front and the back both connect to that. And yeah, just you do have, because of the kind of, close quarters maneuvering you have to do to transform a transformer anymore, you're going to be picking those up at least once when you do that. The other things I got on Black Friday sale for reasons that I'm not quite sure of, I got a set of Metroid Dread amiibos of Samus and the enemy robot, the Emmy. That was like $12, $14 on Amazon, something like that. And since there's two versions of that Samus armor, this and the Figma, which is $100, I went with this. Also, I didn't actually have any of those things yet, so maybe I'll see if I can actually use it in games for anything. But the last thing I got is the Wreckers set with Impactor and the one fossilizer was down to like $30, $33 on Amazon, something in that range. So I don't remember what I paid for things. That would require memory.
Yep.
And
Same.
I don't remember what
It's fine. It's fine. It feels better if you don't remember what you pay for things.
It does much. I hope, I'm so glad I don't have the memory to, just like quote off the prices on that stack of Gunpla on my desk upstairs. Jeez. But yeah, I like this Impactor. It feels kind of ridiculous to be buying my second Impactor because I skipped the one in 3 years, but they managed to, do enough remolds that it is actually more comic accurate now. And I feel like if you're going to do a character like Impactor, you may as well go with the most comic accurate head sculpt and deco possible. So yeah, this is Marvel G1, Marvel UK G1 Impactor. It looks good. The slightly more muted colors compared to the other releases just kind of do suit it for that. It kind of, the colors match the Marvel UK's G1 stuff for a long time was hand painted in watercolor, which is totally different from the coloring method used for in American comics for like 70 years. And it does a pretty good job of matching those colors on the figure. It actually looks really nice. The fossilizer I had seen before, since Matt was nice enough as to pass his on to Jay. And so, it's a fossilizer. I think at this point, the only one I don't have is Transmutate. And unless that goes on really good sale, I will probably continue not to have it. But that, I think, is everything I got this week.
Diecast.
Yeah, I got one thing on Black Friday sale. It was actually an Amazon warehouse because I missed the sale and the price of the figure went back up. And then I think after I bought the Amazon warehouse one, it dropped down again to the sale price. So I got it like $2 cheaper than sale price, but the package was okay. So it's the Megatron.
Cool.
And I had very low
the G.I. Joe crossover.
Yeah, his tank.
I had very low expectations because everyone said the plastic quality felt kind of cheap, and it feels like an upscaled KO.
I can see that.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't feel right.
But I guess because I had low expectations and I only paid like $58 for it, I kind of like it. It's just, it falls in that category of unique, weird, that even though the plastic quality isn't that great, I do like it. I'm happy I have it, which is like, this is one where I was debating back and forth. Should I get it? Should I not get it? GameStop still has this thing because I canceled my GameStop order. GameStop still has this thing as shipping in January. So that's why when I saw the Amazon deal, I was like, oh, something I don't have Transformers related that's actually on sale that I can buy. But yeah, that's all I got this week.
Cool. Nothing worth talking about that I got last week. No, I think it was all Transformers related, or none of it was Transformers related. One thing I got this week, and I purposely not pulled the trigger on certain things just because I'm like in a funk when it comes to some of these items. And this, what I got today, didn't help, which is Legacy Armada Starscream. I think I am going to continue buying all Generations toys that aren't Studio Series, unless it's Studio Series 86. So I'll continue to buy that. Bayverse or modern movies, I am highly selective on, just because I don't necessarily care for the designs or anything. But I'm a sucker. I'll pretty much buy every single Generation Selects, etc. toy. And toys like this are... It's not bad. It's not a bad toy. It's perfectly fine. There are some QC things about it. It's a little loose. It's a little floppy. But the problem is, I was an adult collector when Armada came out. I have Armada Starscream. I've been an adult collector since almost G2. Almost. Like, if something came out in the 21st century, unless they're doing like a Commander class or Titan class version of it, the original toy is going to be better. Now, something Chris said in pre-show makes sense. Now, with like especially Unicron Trilogy stuff, you're sometimes lacking the, animation perspective. Like Demolisher. You either love Demolisher or hate Demolisher. But Demolisher in the TV show and Demolisher the toy definitely certainly have two different aesthetics. Demolisher the toy doesn't really do much other than be awesome.
Right.
Yeah, so... And I love Demolisher.
And Sideways, too. Like,
Sideways,
I love the original Sideways toy for the gimmick and the way everything works together as it's designed. But, like, it's not... If you want a representation of Sideways from the cartoon, that's not what you're getting with that toy, basically.
Like, I love Armada. Armada Starscream's not one of my favorite Armada toys. It's okay. But, like, they're not going to outdo Armada Starscream in a Voyager class. And they don't. It's probably not meant for me. I mean, Hasbro wants my money. Hasbro wants me to buy it. And I understand that. But this isn't so much meant for me. It's probably more meant for where I was in the 1990s. Or like when Car Robots came out. Or Robots in Disguise 2001.
This is meant for, like, Eric and Miguel,
people
who were,
kids.
8 years old when that came out, and now are adults wanting their old toys back, sort of.
But they already have the toy. So
yeah,
like,
I know.
Yeah, like, but like, so if you're...
I was just using them as a specific example of the class of collector, yeah.
Yeah, so if you don't already... If you're at that age group, and you don't have the original toy, like, I still probably have... I think I probably still have a couple of Armada toys in the box that I planned on opening that I just never got around to. I'm old, people. I was just... so this is probably not for me. Even though I love Armada, I would rather just take play with the Armada toy if I was going to play with one. And frankly, a lot of the Armada stuff you can get for next to nothing in a dollar bin at a convention. Some of them have a premium, some of them don't. I don't know what Armada Starscream goes for. Some of the other Seekers, I think, go for a fair bit.
I mean, a complete Armada Starscream, an original, you're going to pay a little more for because it has a lot of, like, parts that can come off and get lost, including, like, a wing.
Yeah.
And those flip-out cannons, I believe, are also safety detachable. So that's another thing to be missing besides, like, missiles. But, like, a complete one is still not going to run you that much.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad saying I really wish they would do more than G1. And then when they give us something more than G1, it's like, why are you giving us this? That's what it feels like. And I fully admit that.
I think like where they need to land is like redoing some of the Energon toys.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I like the gimmick of Energon's Autobots, the combining thing. Like it's a really interesting idea.
Power links.
But a lot of those toys, a lot of those designs were
Suffered.
very compromised for having to do that. I've been wanting for as long as Generations has existed, like back when it was classic still, I wanted a Voyager-sized Energon Rodimus toy that was just that design done really well and not combining. Because I always thought the literally jet engine powered racing semi-cab was the best expression of the idea of Rodimus Prime. I still want that even today. Like I've wanted that for like, well, probably 20. I wanted a better Energon Rodimus since Energon Rodimus came. I've wanted that for 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Rusted Cross says, bring on RID 2015 Strong Arm.
Yeah, hopefully.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, isn't it, that the place where Generations could really probably do the most good is stuff that's actually newer, where the toys that came out for that did not come out in, like a Generations Deluxe or whatever, didn't quite hit that same level of quality. And there's actually, there's some place to go with that. So you could improve on those more easily than you could probably improve on, say, anything pre-classics.
Yeah, I mean, I would say anything from the first two waves of Robots in Disguise 2015 Warrior class is due for a Generations do-over, just because it took them those first couple waves to really like dial in how they were designing those toys. The back half of that Warrior class lineup was excellent toys all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. I don't think they're going to get much out of Armada unless they can sort of lean into it like they did with Bulkhead, even though like it can be Prime Bulkhead or whatever. But if you do those characters more through a G1 filter and at least get something different out of it, I guess I'd be fine taking that approach as well, which is kind of what this is. Kinda. Sorta.
A little.
Like, do something different if you're going to do something with it. Like, I love animated and I love the aesthetic. But, like, I wouldn't be opposed to taking some animated characters and running them through that filter if it means, doing something different.
I think there's a Deluxe Prowl on the product listings for next year. And, like, leading speculation on that last I heard is still that would be, motorcycle animated, inspired at least Prowl.
It'll be, so...
I would want it as Samurai Prowl or...
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Be a good candidate for a Voyager at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Cool.
Like,
okay.
How sad is that to get a decent sized deluxe animated Prowl? It has to be a Voyager.
But I think there are characters that I would never want a G1ified version of, like Ratchet.
Yeah.
Like, I would never want, like, an animated Ratchet that would be tinkered with at all. Like, if you tinker with that design, it's just not the same character.
Well, because if you're G1ifying it, it would almost be G1 Ratchet. It wouldn't be...
I mean, you could tweak it, but, like, he's just such, like, a curmudgeon. Like, I think he would lose personality if you...
Oh, he would definitely lose personality. I mean, you could get a lot of the same, like, basic aesthetic out of a G1 styled version, but yeah, I mean, you would lose a lot of the what makes that really special.
Yeah.
You know what? Who would be good? G1ified. I could see it being okay. Wreck-Gar.
Yeah,
as
possibly.
the
I mean, maybe not as Wreck-Gar,
I mean,
but
the
like
garbage truck.
The garbage truck. Yeah, I think that would translate really well if you wanted to kind of de-animate it.
It'd be a good place to start for, like, a Junkion. I don't know if they would want to sell that as Wreck-Gar specifically, but like just a G1 style Junkion that turns into a garbage truck with its engineering inspired by how that worked.
Yeah,
you might be able to pull off Sentinel Prime. I want to say in Legacy.
Yeah, and like they had a design concept several years ago of how a G1 styled animated Sentinel Prime head would look. It was one of the Creo heads.
Oh yeah.
Was there a Sentinel Prime toy?
In animated?
Yeah, there was, wasn't there?
Yeah, deluxe.
Yeah.
Oh man, he should have been like a leader class.
Well,
Would've liked
there's all kinds of price point weirdness with that.
Yeah, I would have liked at least a Voyager for him, but
God, what a character. It's so good. Okay.
The main crime with the Sentinel Prime toys, they didn't design it to be compatible with the Headmaster unit from Leader Bulkhead.
yes.
I found your Armada Prime on eBay. I put it in the chat for you. You should pick that up, Brian.
And my Armada Prime. Well,
What?
I see.
Armada. $208.
for
It's-
Armada
it's
Starscream.
sealed.
Starscream, not.
Oh, Starscream. I'm sorry.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, for in a sealed box, I guess.
Yeah, it is a 20-year-old toy sealed in box. That's there's some logic there.
Yeah.
That's depressing more than anything, but yeah, there's some logic there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to check out our list of touched patrons, go to tfradio.net/credits. Touched patrons we mention every week. If you want to be a patron, go to patreon.com/tfradio. We put our pre-show up as a podcast, and our podcasts go up as ad-free versions on Patreon, plus other perks. Go to patreon.com/tfradio to sign up. We thank all our patrons, but specifically our patrons at the touch tier get mentioned. Kevin Dorsey, Ryan Bona, Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Ness, Joey Russell, Jay Klein Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton.
And happy birthday.
Happy
to him,
birthday.
incidentally.
Yep, happy birthday. It's today.
Happy birthday.
Boomer's birthday. Spider Bob. Spider Bob, thanks for all the stuff that you sent toward Elf on a Shelf Warmer to you and your wife. Tyrell Gwynn, Rick Mahurin, Blake Reynolds, Jason Tate, Eric Griffin, Sean I. Williamson, and AJ. Thank you all so much. If you want to be a patron and join the RFC Superfans, go to patreon.com/tfradio. I was half... No, I probably shouldn't say that on air. No, I'm not going to say that on air. I just stopped myself
All
from saying
right.
something dumb. So.
tfradio.net/Amazon. Also, if you're going to be doing some holiday shopping, click through our link first, and anything you buy for whoever you buy it for will get a little bit of money back, and it does contribute to help keep the show running and everything, defray our costs.
Yep.
Also, most of us have Amazon wish lists. If you would like to do personally something for us, mine is tfradio.net/chrislist. Rob's is tfradio.net/claylist. Diecast is tfradio.net/diecast list, and Don's medical expenses are covered from tfradio.net/Massey Attack.
Don, you need to update your. Did you see my tweet?
I don't. All I have is the Massey Attack, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll go update it right now. What do you want me to add to it, Diecast?
No, don't. No, I can do that. I just
Stuff
didn't know.
Don, like there
I'll-
was nothing
I'll-
on there I could get.
The
from
cotton
her.
candy
Well,
machine.
what do you get for the man who has everything?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll do that. Don't worry.
Cool. You can find all our stuff at tfradio.net. We're on Twitter at tfradio, and on Facebook at facebook.com/tfradio. We're also at TF Podcast. John DeLuda not here. He is at that John D everywhere. Rob Springer not here. He is at RoboRobSpringer on Twitter and at zonebase.org. You can find me on Twitter at bkilby and on Instagram at Brian Kilby, and you can find other stuff at briankilby.com. I'm currently working on my Christmas album. About halfway done. I'd actually like to have the whole thing posted in this day Sunday, maybe Monday, but my 2022 album almost complete. So this will be an album every year now since 2015, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see here.
we've been really bad children every single year.
Every single year. So let me double check. So if you go to briankilby.com / actually at the top of the page it says Christmas music. My first album 2016. So since 2016, 17 every year. So the new album will be posted up there and you can download it, and it's free for limited time. Limited time so far is 6 years.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah.
That's the best price.
Really excited about this year. We already had a special guest from Santa Claus on one of the tracks. And it'll be great. So, BrianKilby.com, BrianKilby.com. Click on Christmas music. And I also have my Happy Daily podcast and stuff up there. So, again, BrianKilby.com. Chris, how do people get a hold of you?
Well, I will, as I have been doing lately, will plug our Discord channel, tfradio.net/Discord. I'm in there more than I am anywhere else. So if you want to come and connect with me, that's the place to do it. Just tag me in the message. I will see it and respond eventually sometimes, but yeah, I usually always get around to it. If you would like to see the toy photography work I've done, articles I've written, that's at playwithphotography.com. If you'd like to throw some support my way besides the Amazon wish list, which I mentioned a minute ago, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/playwithphotos. And I think that covers everything I want to cover.
Cool. Rob.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at Rob Flails. That's the Twitter for Flail Throughs, my YouTube account. I'm still mostly covering Gun Battle Operation 2 over there because it's one I can cover without hurting myself. So that's a very important factor. GBO2 is about to start its winter festival. Going to be some new stuff added. This week's mobile suit is the Gustav Karl. There's probably about 3 people in the world that that means anything to, and none of them are watching this show.
Yep.
But at any rate, if you want to check out GBO2, it's a pretty fun game. YouTube.com/flailthroughs. If you like what I'm doing there, patreon.com/flailthroughs. You can throw me a couple of bucks a month in exchange for requests in GBO2 or anything else I happen to be playing at the time, which eventually, hopefully, will be more things. And like Chris already covered, I do have the Amazon wishlist at tfradio.net/playlist.
Cool. Don.
I haven't reached on Twitter as long as it lasts at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
Cool. Diecast.
You can reach me on Twitter at Diecast2. You can like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast, and that's all. That's all I'm going to plug today.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, don't forget, Elf on the Shelf Warmer. Hashtag Elf on the Shelf Warmer. If you're watching the video, you can see all the stuff. I'm probably going to donate that this weekend. If so, I'll tweet pictures. Again, thank you to all who have donated. It won't be the only drop-off, but it'll be probably the biggest one. So, looking forward to getting all that stuff out of my office.
I got to find a local drop-off point, too.
Cool. toysfortots.org, I think, has a listing. So.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, people watching live, you're awesome. Listeners, you rock. People at our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Recording stopped.
Cool. Hey, people watching live, my throat hurts. I've sung a lot this week, and I think I'm getting sick too. So I'm going to kill the stream. I'm going to tell the guys what stupid thing I almost said. So.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care.
Bye, people.